Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Today I have a new customer, a new 4Runner, and I'm starting here in the parking lot because I probably never saw more screwed up Toyota 4Runner in my life. If this was on the Copart auction, I will probably not even think about bidding money on it. But I think that's actually learning, because we can see that stuff like this can be still driven. I'm assuming there will be a wind noise, sorry for that. But in my shop we cannot do such a good walk around. Look at this. So this new customer we met through the friend, and he said, hey, my 4-wheel drive, it's not engaging. Do you think you can diagnose it for me and we can go from there? And he warned me, to be honest, he warned me. He said, hey, the 4Runner is in rough shape. I said, whatever. But he said, yeah, but really, like a rough shape. I said, okay, bring it on. Well, now when I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, shall I just say, hey, in this shape, no wonder that 4-wheel drive doesn't work, and just wrap it up? Now, let's try and diagnose it for him. And I just got inside, and it's really interesting. Maybe I should not work on it, but I guess I should try. Look at that Christmas tree, how it's lit. 252,071 miles. Look, absolutely everything is on. The brake is not pushed, and it's still on, the warning light. There's every single light basically on. Do you even see something what is not on? I'm not sure. Let's try the selector, but I'm assuming nothing will happen. Let's see if it even drives. Oh, transmission, I will say, engaged normally. Vehicles moving. Well, this one is definitely extreme. Let's go in the shop and try to scan the computer and erase as much as I can and go from there. Seeing the outside, it will probably not surprise you. The shape of the engine bay, what's happening here. Pretty crazy, but let's not get discouraged by this. Build a little scanner even hooked to the vehicle. That's where the port is. Oh, so we saw a Christmas tree lit, but it says only 4 codes. P0430. The next one it's P0441. The next one is P0455. And the last one, the fourth, it's basically repeated the first one. So we have really 3 codes. Of course, none of them are related to the 4-wheel drive system. And erasing those codes didn't change anything on our warning lights. This truck is in really bad shape. This whole thing seems to be so bad that this might end up only as an entertainment for you. And just coming from the front, that really might be a case. Look at all these details. Everything smashed, ripped, bent, missing, holes. I guess we are not surprised. since we saw outside, but I will say this is crazy. Even that oil pan, it's bent right where the plug is. Yeah, I had no idea. I mean, I guess the guy warned me. He said it's in very rough shape. Wow. Look at that with me. On contrary, this transfer case and the actuator, there's no leaks. Who knows if there is oil in it, but there are no leaks. Nothing is damaged. Right around here I see the wiring harness. Let's follow to the back. Yep. Suddenly it's getting a little bit better, I will say. Well, I was too optimistic, I guess. Nice exposed wires just hanging in the air. If I start laughing hysterically, you probably know why. I don't think I should be working on this car. I don't think this is something you wanna invite to the shop and do somewhat miracles here, or this is crazy. This is basically trash. It's too bad something happened to it. Might be accident, we don't know. Everything is smashed, ripped, bent, crooked, dusty, dirty. Wires hanging exposed. Come on. You want us to fix this? Every single light in the dashboard is on. Yeah. What do you say, guys? I don't think that this makes any sense to waste the time with it, because that's a bad shape. This truck, the poor thing, is in very, very bad shape. And when you get more advanced scanner, the rodeo can't even start for real. Look how many codes are just in this system, in the ABS, VSC and track system. And I went off the camera, and when I had this 4Runner up in the air, slightly above the ground, I will switch on that 4 high, and observing function and also listening the clicking of the actuator, the vehicle will correctly send the power through this shaft to the front. But then it will switch off, but the front wheels will not move. So let's go and test that front axle. ADD, as Toyota calls it, ADD actuator. You can see here I disconnected that connector, and if you look over there, there is a connector on actuator itself. Is it visible? Hopefully. So on the top is the number 1 pin, and on the bottom is 6. I will be checking right now resistance between 2 and 6. So I have it on the ohms, check the function correct, and we are touching 2 and 6. Hopefully this is long enough. And there should be between 0.3 and maximum 100 ohms. So give me just a sec. And there is an open. And we have immediately the answer. This, as Toyota calls it, ADD actuator, has no continuity between the 2 and 6. I keep retouching it carefully. I want to make absolutely sure I did touch it. But you can see there is an open, and we are basically perfectly done here. And we started measuring that, and that immediately gave us a problem, or showed us the problem. The second measurement, which I will normally do, will be 2 and 6 separately towards to the ground, and there has to be more than 1 mega ohm. So there has to be basically no continuity to the ground. Also, if these measurements, if they were positive correct, there is a number 3 step, and you will actually apply 12 volts on that 2 and 6. And that actuator needs to be physically moving, you need to hear it. So here is conclusion, very simple. We have all the lights in the dashboard. We have audible switching on and off on the transfer case, and we can see physically the shaft coming to the front axle start moving or stops moving. So the transfer case itself works correctly. The problem is on the front axle. I was never able to see the front wheels turning because the actuator is dead and it's not doing anything. So in this case it was a horror story, because working on this, removing these absolutely twisted and crooked shields, which are throwaway, it's garbage. It was a waste of enormous amount of time. It's a friend of friends, so I try to do extra, but mainly it's for your entertainment, right? If I didn't have this YouTube, I will probably not take that car in, or after we saw it in the parking lot, I will say, no, just forget about it, put it on the junkyard. But Toyotas are incredible. I don't know how it's managing driving in this condition, but apparently it does. Tranny shifts good and somehow drivable. So I hope you enjoy this, and stay tuned. I will always have more videos coming your way soon. See you later, my friend.